We know that a man, a 66-year-old man with the latest report, was killed following a shark attack as he was swimming in the waters off of Solana Beach. With us now is Sheriff Randy Webb. He's with the San Diego Sheriff's Department. Sheriff Webb, what more can you tell us at this point?
Well, at about 7:20 this morning, he was in a group of about 9 swimmers who started out at Solana Vista and was swimming north when some of them looked back and saw him completely out of the water, flailing his arms. He was pulled back underneath the water and was let go and came up screaming. 4 of the swimmers helped him to shore, were lifeguards, put him in a truck and drove him to Fletcher Cove, where they had Mercy Air coming in to airlift him to a hospital. They were doing CPR on him, but he apparently exsanguinated and died before being able to be airlifted to the hospital. Our sheriff's helicopter was up searching the water for the shark, which is apparently a great white shark. That's the speculation at this point. He was bitten across both thighs, and it appears to be too large of a bite to be anything but a great white at this point.
Sheriff, I know that this kind of attack is extremely rare, and just in general it is, but specifically in your area. How common are great whites, though, along those waters?
Well, great whites are in the waters off of our coast. They aren't very rare or very common at all, but they are here. And there are many surfers and swimmers in the waters. It's a very rare event, though.
I imagine you've closed the beach now. How long do you plan on searching for this shark?
Well, I don't know how long we'll continue searching for the shark, but they live in the ocean and they're here all the time. The lifeguards up and down the coast are taking precautions along their beaches.
And I understand you will release this man's name once you've notified his family and hold a press conference. Any more information people should know as they hear this story?
I can't think of any, just if you're going to go in the water right now, to be a little bit careful.
All right, Sheriff Randy Webb, we appreciate it. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us.
You're welcome.
Joining us now, we have a shark expert on the phone, George Burgess, following this attack. And Mr. Burgess, if you can, I asked the sheriff how rare this is. Obviously, it doesn't happen very often. We don't hear about this type of thing very often. But what can prompt a great white like this to attack?
Well, certainly the white shark is the largest of the predatory sharks. It's almost 20 feet in length, and so it goes after large prey items. And unfortunately, once in a while, a human being is the appropriate size and perhaps appropriate behavior to draw its interest. Shark attack resulting in fatalities is a very uncommon phenomenon, of course. Last year, there was only 1 fatality worldwide as a result of shark attack. So a very unfortunate incident, but also a very rare one.
Yeah, that is important to note. And it was a group of 9 swimmers entering the water. And I know that these types of stories tend to make people fearful of getting in the water at all. What's your advice?
Well, as the gentleman indicated before me, when you enter the sea, of course, it is a wilderness experience, and we need to understand that these animals live there along with many other animals and plants, and we're invaders every time we enter the sea. That said, there's a certain risk that we have to accept as we engage in this wilderness experience. Luckily for us, it's not a great risk, and we don't have this happen too often. But certainly we want to avoid areas where big predators such as great whites are common. We'd certainly want to avoid areas where seals and sea lions are hauling out. Those areas in particular are very good white shark areas. Yeah,
how close to the shore will a great white typically swim around or be around in?
Well, they certainly enter the surf zone with some frequency, and keep in mind if you're going to go chase a seal or a sea lion and make that a meal, you got to go where the seals and the sea lions are, and of course those are marine mammals that come out of the water and onto the shore. So the best place to hijack a seal lion is as they're entering the water or leaving it.
All right, George Burgess, we appreciate it. Thanks so much.
All righty. Bye.